G'day dear friends, welcome to Xrissart. My name is Chrissy. Thank you for joining me today, and hello Cherry, first up on the rank. Good evening to you, and thank you for keeping me company today. Alright, okay, well, this project, I have to tell you, there was a lady by the name of, I suspect it was a lady. Her name is Lee, and she's just put in the chat that she's asked, she goes, she was wondering where, where the other parts of this painting was on my channel. This piece was done on my Patreon channel. And maybe I should put down, let me see, where is it? Yeah, there you go. All right. So, yeah, so this was done on my Patreon channel, and just to let you know the kind of things that we do on that channel, it's always, surreal things, surreal animals, surreal landscapes, surreal people, fantasy, and we do realistic stuff as well. But we've got some really interesting projects. Oh, g'day Dee, hello, popping in for a bit, then off to an appointment. Thank you so much for popping by, appreciate it. Hey Chandri, hello my dear friend. Okay, so yeah, so this is this was done on Patreon. So I thought that sometimes, to let you know, these are the kinds of things that we do, and we're finishing up because we've got a new project going on, and we're doing birds. And I've got something, Cherry, I know you're on Patreon. I've got something very interesting for you guys. Very, very interesting. So, yes, we're doing birds, our next project, because that's what you asked for. So there you go. So now here, I'll just explain what this project's all about. First of all, the surface is on 30 by 40 Pastelmat. The colour that I used was brown. As you can see, I cover the whole surface. Hang on, I better start doing. I better start while I'm talking, and then I'll let you know what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. Yes, so it's on 30 by 40 centimeters brown. Now, usually I like to work on usually the darker colors like anthracite, dark blue, dark green, and for various reasons, particularly if I'm doing a portrait, dark green. But I'm always going to cover the whole surface, and it's not so much the green when I'm painting, say for example, skin tones. It just helps my eyes, try to figure out, where the where the colors are, and the shades, the tones, making sure that I can get that right. Now with this project, because it was so and I have been using pans by PanPastels, recently purchased by Golden. Well, I'd mention that. I've got, so that's basically what I've done, and the image that I'm using is royalty free and from Pixabay. So, and it was purely, this one was digital. It was a digital reference, but what attracted me was the colors. Okay, and just the style. I'm thinking, yeah, this is something that I didn't create this one, but it's something that I probably would have created. Do you know what I mean? It's something that's right down my alley. What it is? Oh, hi Nolani. Yeah, okay, Cherry says I'd better hurry up and finish this one then. Mine is not looking. Oh, you always say that, and you just come out with some really beautiful paintings. Hi Horsewoman, hello, nice to see you as well. Thank you for joining in, appreciate it. I just saw something that I've forgotten here. And what happens now, and especially with this project and something like this, and actually I think it happens probably with most of the paintings, when I do something, and you know, the people that are following, you could follow the reference verbatim, you know, you could, but but then something happens to me right at the end, and I take a bit of artistic license. And you can do anything. It is your painting. It is your, you know, it is yours. So if you wanted to take artistic license, go ahead. So, and yeah. So the main focus for this project was to help with color mixing and to identify what colors you should not mix together, because you are going to create mud. Certainly the yellow, or the yellow, I'm going to say yellow, the yellow with the purple, that is definitely going to create mud. So we're always very careful on how we place the colors and how we mix them. So that was the whole purpose. And then of course, you know, we need to do a project out of this. So that's what the whole lesson was all about, was color mixing. Some people, it comes to them naturally. Hang on, I've got to keep on working. Some it comes quite naturally, some it doesn't, and that's okay. I you know, it takes a while, you know, practice, Okay. Thank you, Horsewoman. Are you using Pastelmat? Yes. Did Golden send you PanPastels? No, PanPastels did. Yeah, they have definitely taken care of me. Very, very generous, in fact. So, yes, very generous indeed. So I'm very, very fortunate. They've been very, very nice to me. And yes, I have communicated with Golden. They're very, very lovely there too, you know. So, you know, they're trying to, you know, figure it all out, see how things fit in with their company. I'm expecting some really interesting things to come out of Golden for pans. I'm expecting new colours. That's what I'm expecting. Or hoping. They haven't said anything to me, but I know that everyone's asking for it, and I'm jumping on that wagon, that's for sure. Yep. But yes, so all of this has been with PanPastels, and now I'm starting to use the pastel pencils. As you can see, it's not finished. It's lovely with colours and stuff like that, but there are certain areas which need to be defined. You know, what else can I say about it other than that? And what pastel pencils to use. Now, because everyone is different, and everyone is different in the way that they work. For example, with the way I work, I apply the PanPastel with medium pressure, because I'm thinking down the track when I need to start doing details. Now, if I've put too much pastel down, then I limit myself as to how much detail or the uses of, say for example, pastel pencils in this case, and which ones to use. If I use, at the moment, I'm using the Carbothellos, and for me the Carbothellos are like the mid-range. They're sort of not too hard and not too soft. Okay, pretty much like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You know what I mean? Too big, what is it? Too hard, too soft, just right. Exactly. Hi Abigail. Hi there, friends. What an amazing painting. Oh, thank you. Yeah. So there is that. I'm also using Conte's. They've got, you know, out of all of the pastel pencils on the market. Oh, hang on. That's a bit of a bold statement, but most pastel pencils, because I don't think I've tried every single one in the whole world, so that I would be lying. The Conte's have got the biggest core, okay? When you're looking at it, I don't know, you can't tell from that angle, but maybe this one you can. I don't know. Anyway, it is bigger. Because of the amount of pastel that I've put down, I want something soft. The Faber Castell are not going to do it for me because they might. It all depends in which section I've put more pastel layers. But normally the Faber Castell is a harder core, so I'm just fearful that I might scratch. But that, you know, perfect pencil. There's no two ways about it. Another one which I'm not reluctant. I'm reluctant to use the Derwents only because the core is hard. Not for, and that's the only reason. It might scratch. Okay, so but if you're going to tell me color-wise, Derwent I feel have got one of the most prettiest color selections out. Sometimes, like I'll lean towards the Derwent when I want a particular color. Do you know what I mean? They've got, and yeah. So they're all for different reasons. So if you're going to say to me, which one is your best? Which one? They're all for different reasons. Yeah. Hi, Paulo. Greetings to you as well. Greetings to you as well. And of course, the Bruynzeels and the Giocondas. I believe, you know what? I reckon, you know what? If I didn't know better and if I wasn't looking which one I was picking up, I could swear that these have been made by the same manufacturer. And I know that they're different, but I'm just saying, they are so similar. The Giocondas, I haven't been able to find them open stock. So if you have, we may have discussed this, that I don't know if the Giocondas are open or single stock. I don't know. I know that the Bruynzeels are, but the Giocondas, they're affordable, but they're soft, okay? So that's how I see it anyway. Yeah, so these are quite soft. And this color is so electric. Look at that. Oh my gosh. What is it? Gioconda 170. Hooly dooly. It is so neon. It's almost neon orange. And nice and soft. Nice and soft. Okay, I've made some mean-filled mushrooms today. So tasty, I can't stay away from them. So are you still eating them? It's evening for you, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, so see, look how the Conte, honestly, it just goes down so easily. So easily on top of the pan. Very, very nice. So here I am. I'm just looking at my reference and trying to just put in some nice little details. So I hope everyone has been well this week. I hope your week has been really well. Mine has been busy. What can I say? Yep. Family's been taking up my time this last 2 months, so quite urgently, in fact. So that's where I'm busy. But you know, I've got that little room for art, which is really, really important. My dogs and my art are my distraction. So I'm very, very lucky that I have those and that I have the ability, yeah, to do it. You know, because there's that. You know, sometimes like we don't have time. Okay, Gioconda is Kohinoor. Yes. I think I have those sticks and pencils. They were a little harder to find in the US. Yeah, I don't know where I got them from. I think I got them from Cult Pens. They're in the UK. That's where I think I got them from. So, and yeah, look, just to let you know, look at all this. So I've got things, let me just put that there. Yeah, so these are the pastel pencils that I've selected for details. So many. So many. The Gioconda sticks. What are the Gioconda sticks? Like as in pastels? Nan! Hello! Nice to see you here, my darling. Nice to see you here. Hope you are well. The sticks. What sticks? Oh, that has eluded me. I'm not sure. How is that possible? How is that possible? Yeah. Yeah, so, you know what, sometimes, oh gosh, just let me do this for a minute. There we go. Oh, and of course, for those who are just, you know, just discovering me, or, you know, somehow I've popped onto their feeds or something, just so you know what I'm doing and what all of this is about. This is the mixing palette that I use. These are the colors. This one is, and that's the color of the Pastelmat that I use that's underneath. There was just like a little bit, like a little cut off that I had, so I used it as a mixing palette. Perfect for that anyway. But I don't think that I would be sacrificing, you know, cutting up bits of Pastelmat for my palette. It just so happened that I did. And these are the colours that I used for the face. And these are the colours that I've mixed. As you can see the colours in some instances. So, you know, sometimes that's like a little painting in itself, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah. So, oh, I was about to say something there, but that's all right. There are bits here. So see how this purple and this sort of this, what I would call maybe an Indian yellow. I've just got to be careful how I mix. See, it starts now to become brown, and that's what the whole purpose of these lessons were to be careful how you applied colour. And just to be aware, that's all it is. It's just to be aware that when you're doing projects like this, or when you're mixing colours, just to be aware what's just around the corner when you're mixing them. So there you go, I fixed that. Yeah, so these are the things that you've got to be careful of. Private Eye in... Hello, I'm going to call you Private Eye. Hello, Private Eye. Welcome. I haven't seen you here before. It was very nice for you to join us. Okay. Horsewoman says, yeah, they have 48 pastel sticks. I'm not sure which one I have. I have more than one set. Oh, really? I really should use them. Oh, look, Abigail, you do so much. You do so much. So many creative things. You're incredible. Abigail, I was watching pastel paintings earlier today. Funny. Oh, no, it's not Private Eye. What am I saying? I'm so sorry. Prevere? Prevere? I'm so sorry. I apologise. I don't mean to butcher your name. Hi, Nuria. Hello. Prevere. I'll go. I would love to see... Yes, we would all love to see your art supplies. Prevere. Oh, my gosh. I'm so sorry. I saw the eye. That's why. Anyway. I'm sorry. Okay, so what I think, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just look at her, and I just wanted to fill things while I saw them, but now for details I'm just going to start from her face and just go out that way, and that's the best way for me to do that. Okay, so so as with everything, I'll start with the eye, make sure that I get that right. Yes. And I noticed that I needed to do something here. Yep. And probably even more on the magenta side. Just here, I'm just seeing. Yes. So a project like this, when you look at it, when you look at the reference, you'll go, oh, that's complicated. And it probably is. But we break it down on Patreon. So, yeah. So, Avagar says, Nanette, I'm ashamed of how much I've collected through the years. All I can say in my defense is that they are all loved and used occasionally. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So, just looking at the eyes again, I'm just thinking, yes, this is where my okay. And you know, the one thing that none of the pastel pencils, except for the Derwent, this is the dioxazine purple, which is the purple probably, which is my favorite. I've just got to be careful because it might scratch. So, but this is the purple that the color that I like. And I wish the other pastel pencils had dioxazine purple. Yeah. Yeah. Then the whole idea when you buy art supplies is to open the packet. Horsewoman says, Abigail, I don't spend money on anything else so we can justify... Oh, yes. Oh, guess what? Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, I have to tell you, and I don't know if I have, so please stop me if I have. There's a while ago, I've managed to, if we're talking about purchases, a while ago I managed to get a hold of an architect's cabinet, right? You know, like an old architect's cabinet where in the old days where the drawers were probably about maybe, I don't know, maybe about 2 or 3 inches, maybe 2 inches, maybe 5 centimeters deep, right? And about, I don't know, a meter, maybe 1,200, maybe a meter, maybe 1,200 millimeters deep, like really deep. Well, I managed to get a hold of them, of A1, and it was sort of old and, needed tender loving care. And I thought to myself, I really need something like that to store my art pieces when I'm not, when I'm just storing them. Amongst other things, of course. Well, I managed to get a hold of one, and I don't know how I'm going to fit it in my art space, but I think we've worked it out that we can, right? And when I do, I'm actually going to show you photos of how it looks in my studio or in my art space. I'm thinking it's getting to the point where I can't move in my art space. like yourselves. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, Dee, you got to go. All right. Okay, Dee. Thank you so much for popping in to say g'day. Appreciate you coming in. G'day, Rob. Hello. Okay, I was afraid they'd be messy, Chrissy. Oh, your art supplies, yes. Yeah, so I've got this architect's drawer, like I'm saying. So that's what I'm going to sort of clean out my art space and try to get some sense out of what I've got here. So, yes. And what we've done is we've spray painted it and we've made it sort of look similar to some of the toolboxes that I've got here, which are, you know, like the mechanical toolboxes. Because that's what I use. I use those to store my art supplies. I think if you can get your hands on an old toolbox, right, because they are a bit expensive. If you can get your hands on an old toolbox, right, and then clean it and just, you know, clean it, you know, because there'd probably be rust from tools and God knows what else. If you can manage to do that, it is the perfect, and if you've got the room, I'm not saying if you don't have the room, that's fine, but if you've got the room or the space, I totally recommend it because, you know, most of the drawers are shallow, so if you're putting pencils in, you know, it's, you know, it's, yeah, it's nice. It's a really nice way to store your art stuff. Okay, prayer plant for my favourite, as the leaves may move up at night and down at day. What? I've missed something. Okay. Oh, okay. The question was, what kind of plants? Okay. Now let me go further up. Can you show us? Oh, okay, Privy. Okay. You love drawing? Oh, yes, we all love drawing. Yes, we all love. Well, that's why we're here, aren't we? Because we think the same. We love art. But yes, we all do. Okay, what kind of plants? Okay, I must have missed something. Oh, Abigail. Okay, plants too for me. Oh, okay. So horsewoman. Oh, yeah, you love plants as well. Okay. Yeah, I love plants too. All right. I had a look at my face. I don't want to do too much with it because I think I'm pretty right with it, to be honest. Just around here. Yep. Heba. Hello, Heba. Welcome. Nice to see you here. It's lovely. Those birds are loud today. Yes. Well, now they've gone all quiet. But yes. Bloody loud, if you ask me. Okay, no, I'm still looking here. You know what? I'm reluctant to touch much here because I don't think I need to. I think I'm right here. Yeah. And although this is Derwent, I'm very, very careful on how much pressure I'm putting. You know what? It is so light that, yeah, barely. Oh, yeah, there they go. So if we're talking how much pastel I've put down, I would say 80% pastel pans here. Yep. What I like about this pose is that you can see that the light is coming from above her. So, you know, this part is being lit up the most, the tip of the nose, the tip of her cheeks, and her chin, which is jutting out. So, yeah, this is what I noticed the morning. I don't want to touch it too much. I'm actually quite happy with how that is. There's just certain bits that yep, and here I think it needs to be needs to lighten up a little bit here, maybe just a little bit too dark, maybe just here a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Okay, sorry I missed the start. No, no worries. Are you talking about a map draw? No. Yes. Wanted one forever. Yes, a map. Well, map or who said map chest? Oh, okay, Nan said it. Yes, a map chest. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, a map chest. Yeah. Well, this just happened to be, you're not going to believe it, by probably our international friends may not know, and probably a lot of Aussies wouldn't know, but there's this map chest or architect's drawer has come from a local artist. His name is Bill Freeman or William Freeman. Rob, you may want to check him out. Bill Freeman, he is, he passed away. He is an artist, and just so happens that the family were going through and just sorting out, the estate and stuff like that, and just selling off a few things here and there. And this is someone from my husband's work who knows that that I art, and was wondering if I would be interested in it. And I go, heck yeah. I don't know. I may not have room, but yes. Honestly, the size is just like a monster. It is big. So this is what I'm doing. After the stream, I'm going to start to then, start to tidy up this place. I should show you a before and after, because I'll be lucky if I can swing a cat in here. Sorry for those who are the cat lovers, Nan, but I won't. Yeah, I don't think I could. But it's a saying, the saying. There's no way I could swing a cat in here. No way. Okay. Heba, Chrissy, thank you for all the information and lessons you provide. You are most welcome. You are most welcome, and ask as many questions as you like. And there's a lot of people in the chat here who are also very, very knowledgeable, and you could ask any question and someone would be able to answer it. Sorry, Nan. No swinging cats. All right, no swinging cats. Okay. Chrissy, have you tried the Hemi gouache? No, I haven't. I think I'm going to have to get that. They are so vibrant. Is that right? All right. No doubt. Where did you get yours from? Is it do I go eBay? Where do I go? Because I haven't seen them in Australia. I have not seen them in Australia. So looks like I'm going to have to go elsewhere. Rob says, let me go further. Yes. That's exactly what I mean. Share a picture, please. Hang on. Sorry, Horseman says, Chrissy, you can fit your watercolor sheets in it. Yes, of course, absolutely. Yes, I can. Rob says, I thought they'd be great for mat board. Oh yes, they'd be great for a lot of storing. Okay, Cherry says, I worked in a structural engineers once. I know the drawers you mean. Yes, there you do. I'm going to take a photo of them. You'll see they're massive. Heba says, can you explain to me how I choose the colours and how I choose the places to put them on the portrait? I am talking here about the abstract colour. Yes. I will, and just wanted to say thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I will answer this question. Are you using Conte pencils? Yes, I am. There they are, Rob. I like them. Yes. Nan says, I got my Hemis on Amazon. Okay, maybe that's where I'm going to go look. And you got yours on AliExpress. Okay, all right. All right. Sorry, Abigail says, yeah, okay, and Abigail says, when you write watercolor sheets, I thought you meant toilet paper at first. Funny. Okay, Heba, to answer your questions, can you explain to me how I choose the colors and how I choose the places? All right. Okay, well, first of all, I'm looking at a reference, and I'll show you the reference. Let me see. Is that? No, that's not the one. Oh. Now I can't find it. Oh, that could be it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this is the reference that I used. This reference is from Pixabay. Okay, so I'll just now put that away. That's from Pixabay. Now, when I looked at that reference, I looked at the oranges, I looked at the pink purples, and that's probably the pink purples, and that's the major colors that you see. And it's those colors that when you mix them, they become, and that's only through experience, they do become dirty, like muddy. We say muddy, right? So I had to be careful when I placed colors, that I was careful when I was blending. But if you notice that there's pink and purple, I was all right with that. That's not going to turn into mud. But see this yellow, this golden yellow and this mauve. If I mix those together, they're going to become muddy and brown. They're going to become brown. Well, that's what happens. So if you have your color wheel, and usually I have it next to me all the time, and it's, of course it's not here when I want it to be here, and that's why I need to tidy up my place. But yeah, if you get a color wheel, you'll be able to see complementary colors and what happens to colors when you mix them. So in this project, can you explain to me how I chose the colors? Well, how I chose the colors was my reference told me what colors to use or to choose, and where to put them. Yeah, where to put them. And so that's pretty much, I know it sounds like a very long explanation, but I was very careful because I knew what colors were going to, if I blended them, I knew that that's what was going to happen. Heba, there are color picker apps that you can pull colors from. There you go. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, there's the chat is very helpful because we're all artists here, and we all have different ways in which we work, and ideas are fantastic. Rob says, Had Contes for ages, but only just discovered how fabulous they are when I paint on the rainbow light. Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Horsewoman says he, but some artists can just eye it, but I can't distinguish. Yeah. I feel. Why do you feel so mug? Nan, I feel so much better about my own mess when I see Chrissy's. Oh yeah, this is just something else. Hey, it is just, if I could take a photo, honestly, I am going to take a photo of it and you'll go, shame on you, Chrissy, shame on you. Yes, shame. I don't want to use white. I'm using 270 for a light colour. Okay, I think I've got some mud on my project. Yeah, and that's, you've got to be careful with that, Cherry. Yep. Well, you know what? Hey, hello. Pick it up with your kneaded eraser and you'll be able to fix it. You can, it is fixable, okay? With Pastel, it is fixable. Hi, Ali. Hello. How you going? Nice to see you here. Welcome. Chrissy, did you do harmonious colours? Colours that are next to each other? Yes, the harmonious colours are here. Where it goes reds into magenta, you'll see that here. So there was no fear of anything going muddy there. Let me see. It's and also the oranges and the yellows and the oranges, and I also made my own orange with, look at these two. I didn't use orange, I used the red and the Diarlylide yellow. Honestly, can you see any more, like, how vibrant are these? Like, honestly, they're blindingly vibrant. So that's what I used in this spot here to mix. So that's where I used here. Where else? Some of the pinks with the magentas. Yeah, so that's how it all happened. So now I need to start putting in highlights now. I'm talking too much and not doing highlights. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, bugger. Sorry about that. It's time for this sharpener to go in the bin. And that's what happens. Sometimes people ask, what kind of sharpener do you use for pastel pencils? I've used everything. And what I probably come back down to is probably the blade and the handheld sharpener. And I just sharpen it like this. And once the blade, because they're not really expensive, once the blade goes, I just chuck it. I chuck it. Yeah. Yeah, let me just do that. Yeah. So, you know, this painting can get intimidating. Really can, because there's so much to look at. So that's why I say to myself, work from here and go out. So this is what I'm doing now. I'm just looking at certain areas where I just need to see that red with this magenta-ish colour for Carbothello. It's not affecting, there's no mud there. And that's just purely by knowing your, you know, your colour theory. I know it's... Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Abigail says, I thought about you today. I was making red cabbage salad. When I washed the dishes, it turned blue. Have you ever made Have you ever made your own pigments? Interesting. Interesting. Because I know, Ali, you're all about the pigments. Okay. Oh, Spence. Spence. Hello. How could I not? How could I miss seeing you? Hello. Great to get the chance to watch you creating magic live tonight, Chrissy. Always a treat, and the massive art supplies on show ease my conscience. Spencer. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. It's so nice to see. Oh, what a lovely surprise. I'm blushing, actually. Oh, wow. Okay, Abigail. Yeah, oh, and Ali says, Abigail, not really. The closest ones I did so was using coloured chalk. I worry about inhalation of the pigments. That's why I just buy the paint with the pigments in it. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, wow. Paulo says, red cabbage can be used as a universal pH indicator. It's very nice. G'day, Jelena. Oh, look, I've got quite a few friends coming in from the UK. This is lovely. This is lovely. Jelena says, wow, look at those colours. These are my favourite colour groups. Yes. Yeah. Okay, everyone. Spencer got the best greeting tonight. Oh. Yes, you did get a good one. Well, you see, we talk on Facebook. That's why. And I follow Spencer as well. I know. Okay, and Abigail says, I've seen them, they make natural pigments from cabbage and turmeric. Well, turmeric's very yellow, isn't it? So, yes. Yeah. 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 So see, when you start to put in the highlights, that's when things start to pop. And of course, with all of these base colours, you know, where do you start and how do you get all of these details in? But yes. Okay. I'm honoured. Definitely a wonderful greeting and much appreciated. Paulo says, yeah, but unfortunately they are not light fast. I don't think is it because the cabbage and all of those sorts of things, they're probably more dyes, wouldn't they? I don't know. Pigment. Okay, for the pigment experts, I'm not a pigment expert, okay? I'm going to put my hand up and say I'm not a pigment expert, but it's usually from like pigments, and for those who know, please correct me, please say something in the chat. Usually it's from, you know, like minerals or, you know, I dare say sometimes there are some, and some of the pigments come from unsavory places. So, yeah. And I think if you knew where some of these pigments came from, you'd think, oh, okay. Yeah, but unfortunately, yeah. Ali says, I also love, you know, I can never pronounce that word, Aureolin, PY40, but it's not light fast. See, Ali's done quite a bit of, he knows quite a lot of pigments, and so you'd be our pigment person, wouldn't you? Nan says, yeah, I agree with Paulo. They aren't light fast. Wow. Yep. Pigments are just insoluble versus dyes, which are water. Yes. Yeah, that's, yeah. Oh, well, I know that much. Yeah, so if you're selecting if you're looking at So I'm actually quite happy with this. I'm not going to touch her face, but now I'm starting to come out here. So hence me working on this side. Yeah, so yeah. I forgot what I was saying, or I forgot what I was about to say. Bugger. Yes. You know, it's oh, that's right. Last week on the live stream, our friend Oksana was talking about. Yeah, here we go. I hope I don't regret this. Was talking about a group painting, and I said that I would think about it, and I have thought about it. And for those who want to participate, I'm only going to have limited spots, 12 spots, because normally we've done them in huge amounts, and it's, you know, like the numbers were quite a lot, and it was actually quite a lot of work for me. But having said that, if you're willing, right, on Share Your Art with Xrissart, I'm going to put a post, and I'm going to and you can put up your hand there. So it'll be the first 12 people that put their name down can participate. All right. It's going to be, and I'll just explain what this project is all about for those in the chat that don't know what this is. Every year, we've been doing this every year, we do a group painting. And what happens is that I provide a reference. You have to do your own line art from it, and I will give you a portion of the painting, and it's sort of meant. And what happens is that no one knows what anyone else has got, and no one knows what kind of painting it is until it comes together and I do a reveal. Okay, so I'm going to be doing that, and for those who want to do it, as I said, put your name down, and I'll probably give you about maybe 6 to 8 weeks. There will be a deadline. And we'll do a reveal. So, is anyone in the chat interested to begin with? So, seeing as that we're seeing as we're talking about it, if you're interested, you let me know now, and I can put down your name now, but then I'm going to put a post. Any medium, and oh yeah, okay, Heba puts a hand up. Yes, okay, any medium. Oh gosh, hang on, let me just write these down. I have to write this down, and of course I've got so many pencils, so many coloured pencils, and I can't find, oh hang on, and I was about to say I can't find something to write down. So we've got Heba. Heba, what I might do is, I'm not quite sure if you're a member in the art group, Share Your Art with Xrissart. In the details below, there is a link. If you can become a friend, or not a friend, a member, I can approve you. Heba is putting up her hand. Yes, and you know what? And what happens is that once you do it, I mean, it could be like the smallest square. because what happens is then you'll take a very good quality, high resolution photograph, the best that you possibly can, and then you will private message me and I will put it together, or you can send it to me via email and I will put that together. And so it's any size because it's digital. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's what okay. Nan says, since I have participated in all of them, let me be a backup in case you don't get enough sign-ups. All right. Well, I'll put you down as a backup. I'll go, Nan, backup. There you go. Okay, it really depends on what you would like to do with... Okay, sorry. I may be interested. See previous post. Ooh, let me see. It depends on whether you allocate tiny detail to me. Well, Cherry, question mark. You always say that and you always do really well. I don't understand why you always talk like that. I don't know why you always talk like that. You do some very nice things. I'm looking for something dark. Dark blue. You'll give it a go, horsewoman? All right. If you have 6 weeks, yes, I'll give you 2 months. I'll give you 2 months to do it. Yeah. Yes, so that's the... Okay, Chandra, you missed a bit. What were you talking about? I was talking about last session, our friend Oksana was talking about... Oh, actually, I've got to write her name down because she said that she wanted to do it. Oksana asked the question if we were going to do a group painting this year, and it's around this time that we do it. And I said, well, let me think about it. And I'm not going to have that many people this time. And, you know, I don't want you to feel like, you know, I've got to, you know, if it's not going to look good or anything like that. I don't want you to feel that way. The whole point is that we're having a good time, okay? And you should enjoy yourself. And that's what it's all about. So I don't want you to feel, anyone to feel that way. Any medium, any size, because it's digital, okay? So... that's what I was asking. Okay, Abigail. Anyone else? Yeah. Yeah, so we've been doing a group painting, I think, for the last 3 years. This is the 4th year. I can't believe it. Yeah. No, back to here. Yes, so my workspace is very messy. There's no two ways about it. It is messy. Oh dear. Yeah. So if I'm looking at all of the I'm using all of these kind of pastel pencils, and it's interesting how each of them feel different when I'm on the surface. So for those who are curious, yeah, I'm chopping and changing between each brand because I'm finding that I'm trying to get a particular feel, because in some areas I've worked more pastel than others. So the ones where I've put more pastel down, I usually reach for the softer pastel pencil. Yeah. 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 Yes, put me down, please. Okay, Chandri, hang on. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7. When I do demos for kids on chemistry and the kitchen, it's one of the things that I show them. Oh, what's that? The turmeric is also fluorescent under UV light. Is that right? Okay. I will like to be in, but I'm not sure how it works. Okay, Nuria, I'm putting you down and I'll explain it again. I don't mind. I love it. Have I missed anyone out? Listen, Marie, if it's not messy, are you really creating art if it's messy? And people in the chat can answer this question as well. If it's not messy, you're creating art regardless. Because you're expressing yourself for many reasons. You know, some may look at this and go, well, what's this? Do you know what I mean? Because there's swirls and all kinds of, yeah, I mean, would you call this art? Interesting. Okay, Praviri. Good night for you, and thank you so much for popping by. Appreciate your time, appreciate your company. Your workplace, I meant. Oh, okay. If it's not messy, are you really creating art? Yeah. Well, that's right. Oh, okay, gotcha. Of course, it has to be messy. Yes. Oh, I gotcha now. Okay, I gotcha. That's all right. Yes. If it's not messy, no, you're not creating art. True. Yeah. Gotcha. That's okay. The penny drops sometimes. Goofy me. Goofy me. Yes, I get a bit goofy. I get a bit goofy, so... You always make a mess, Lisa? Yes, I also make a mess. I make lots of messes. Okay. Yes, we draw to make fit. Yes, that's right, Privy. Yeah, we do. We draw to make ourselves feel better. Oh, that's what's happened to me. I was, I had just some family things that I had to take care of, and yeah, it's now that I'm arting, I feel so much better. You know what I mean? So yes, I do agree. I do agree with you. I feel better when I'm arting. We go through you know, we do go through times when, you know, things aren't going so good. But then once we start, burgundy. Oh, see, look, that's not good. It's scratching for me. Nope. Straight away, put that one away. Yeah. Abigail says, creative people are more likely to be messy. Okay, I'm very, very creative and I can find anything. Oh, sorry. And I can find anything except for the pigments I lost 3 years ago. They are there somewhere. Oh, that's so funny. Yes, that is correct. You know what? Oh, I'm in the same boat with you, honestly. I know in my head, if I'm looking for something, I go, I know it's there somewhere. I know it is. And I'd like to think it's organized chaos, but there are times when I'm thinking, yeah. No, I am messy. I am messy, yeah. Yes, I am messy. It's all right to be messy. All of these different colors. Blend that through. My hand's a bit shaky sometimes. Okay, I browsed your site and I will definitely join the membership. Oh, okay, well, thank you, Hiba, thank you so much. And if you're not subscribed as well, if you're just passing through, you know, perhaps maybe, you know, give my site a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That way you won't get to miss any uploads that I post. I've got a lot of videos which I need to, apart from the live streams, there's quite a few videos which I need to upload. So I'm just getting there. There's a lot going on. See, I have a day job as well, you see. So Chrissy, I love the way you paint. You are so gentle. Oh, gentle? Yeah. Gentle, yeah. And all I'm doing at the moment is I just want to create some, I'm just highlighting because it's looking a bit flat. When I say flat, like, you know, I need to punch up my lights and I need to put in some darks as well. So at the moment I'm just working on some lights and some little areas where it would be good to introduce. And then I will stand back after a while and figure out what I should and shouldn't do. Make things darker, make things lighter. I'm looking for a particular dark. There it is there. I missed the spot. And again, I'm very careful not to create mud when I'm actually putting in certain colours. I'm very selective in how I do it. Yeah. No, that needs white. Right about there. Yep. Okay. I don't look, it doesn't look messy to me, this plate. No, okay. Says Jelena, okay, not every time, but same time it is. I'm talking about art in general. Yes, no, that's okay. I understand. I understand. The birds have started again, so who knows what's going on there. Oh, hang on. There's so much more. Oh, my dioxazine purple. Have I got it in my hand? Ah, yes, there. Here we go. And then this to go lighter here. Here we go, that's punch that up. Okay. Ah, yes, so here we go. We're getting to know oh, I wish, can you tell me how I should pronounce your name? Preverier? Preveri? Can I call you Priv? Can I call you Priv? This is really soft, really nice and soft. Can I just tell you this much? And very electric as far as colours. And it's sort of... Ali says, Chrissy, have you heard of the genuine sap green? Is this by Daniel Smith? NG2 from the extract of ripe buckthorn berries. But it is ASTM5, which is definitely fugitive. Oh. So it's probably like a really hot pink or something like that, is it? No, you're talking sap green. Sap green. What am I saying? Sap green. Really? I did not know that. Never heard of buckthorn berry, unfortunately, says Nan. Neither have I. But that's interesting. Cherry says, the more you look at this reference, the more you see. Yes. See, I could go on here forever, but I'm going to have to figure out a time where I'm going to have to stop doing this. But yes, definitely Cherry. Okay. Ali, most of the work I do is on a sketchbook or I scan them, so light fast is not an issue for me. Yes. And that's the thing too. So sometimes like I'll get the paint for the color because I like the color and I know what I'm going to do. It's going to go into a sketchbook. Yes, so true. I'm like that too. Different if I'm different if it's for, you know, like a painting where it's going to be exposed to any kind of UV light. Definitely. Yep. Yep. Gee, that's bright, this colour. This is a Conte number 24. Whew, it is super bright. I have to be careful with this color and this. Yeah. Hi Robin. Hello. We have two Robins here. Hi Robin. I'm trying to learn watercolor painting. Been doing some sketching with vellum and pastels. To plan out my colors, I've subscribed because this color planners, this color planners is fantastic. Okay, color play is fabulous. Oh, okay, this color play is fabulous. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Okay. And Abigail is asking, Robin, how do you use pastels on vellum? I'm curious. And I'm curious too, because vellum is very, very smooth. And for pastels, maybe not enough tooth. I'm thinking. Yeah. If Heber is still here, I think Heber said she was gone, but I hope that she, I hope she becomes a member of Share Your Art with Xrissart. I'm going to put a, poor Janice is not here. She hasn't been well. I'm going to see if I can find, let me see if I can put that in the chat. So for those who are just popping in, can become a member. So just bear with me just for a moment. And I'll just put the groups, hang on, groups. Okay, here we go. Copy link. Let me see. Copy. I'll just put this in the chat. There we go. Okay. All right. So for those who have just found me today and are wondering, and especially for our group painting, Share Your Art with Xrissart. There is the link in the group chat. But I'm pretty sure if the link doesn't work, it should work in the description. But there you go. Ali says, also, one thing, there isn't much single green pigments. We only have, that's right, because green is made by yellow and blue. So, and of course, all of these other different pigments that you're telling us. Wow, that's incredible. That explains why manufacturers make many green mixtures. You know, who says you don't learn anything on this channel? Yeah. 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 So this has definitely been a color explosion. This particular project, a color explosion. And see, the Carbothellos, honestly, they're working beautifully on this existing pastel layer. Loving that. Yeah. I always say, because I also work in in an art shop, and sometimes some people come in and they ask about, because there's a few brands of pastel pencils on, you know, that we've got. We don't have every one of them, so, but the ones that we do have are the Carbothellos. We've got Contes. Let me see, we've got the Bruynzeels, because that's where I originally got them from. And everyone says to me, goes, well, what do you think about the Carbothellos? Well, Carbothellos, like I mentioned before, are middle of the range. And I would say you would not make a bad decision by choosing Carbothellos. Yeah. Yeah. This magenta's getting a workout, isn't it? Yes, it is. Oh, it's starting to scratch. Oh, nope. See, there you go. The Carbothellos again have proven really nicely on here. I'm not saying that the Derwents aren't. It's just that, you know, it's got a harder core, so it's not going to work for me at this point in the process. Okay, how white is your mouse and keyboard, Chrissy? Okay, well, there's the mouse. It's not white because of the pastel and all of that. Yeah, I know. And the keyboard, it actually is pretty shot. Okay. Oh, the link works. Just checked. Oh, okay, Nan. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Okay. Have you considered using sticks to get your vibrant colours? Yeah, I did, but it was a quick thought. It popped in and popped out very quickly. But I've got to tell you, Nan, and all our friends here, I've got some fluoro pastels coming. And we talked about it last week. I know we did. And they're still coming, aren't they? I haven't got them yet. But I tell you what, when they do, and if I had them, I would be using them on here. Fluoro. Oh my gosh, could you imagine what kind of a painting this would have been? If I was able to use the fluoros. Yes. Yeah. Yes. And Ali says, Chrissy, okay, we do have lots of yellow and red pigments. Here, yeah, as they both have over 200 single. Oh wow! Oh my gosh! Oh, I love it how you tell us all about this. This is like the best information ever. The best information. Yes. But actually, Nan, you're right. Perhaps if I used the soft pastels, I may have been able to get even more vibrancy out of this. But, yeah. Yeah. There's something here. Okay, so we need, okay, I need to do something a little bit more dark here. Can't wait to see what they're like. The 200 single pigments. That's amazing. I mean, I don't know enough about pigments to talk about the chemical part of it. I know that when I put my art supplies down on my surface, I know what I can and can't get away with, though. Definite. There's so much going on with this painting that I don't think I'll ever finish it, but I will. There'll be a time when I'm going to go, you know what, I think I'll call this one a day. Definitely. Okay, the Neo colours. Oh, I see. You can't. Oh, okay. Can't wait to see what they're like. Oh, yeah. When I bring. Oh my gosh, you'll have an artgasm for sure when you see them. Oh yeah, definite. Oh yes, definite. Yes. Yeah, oh look, I'm loving how the Carbothellos are going on here. Because I've got quite a lot of pastel going on, you know. There's a lot of pastel on here. Okay, okay, I just got page 50. Okay, it makes the, oh, PG 50, it makes the prettiest purples with PV 19. Ooh, Robin, another one who knows pigments. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. The prettiest purples, PG 50. What's that? What's PG? What's the G for? I know P is for pigment, G is for something. 50, okay. And PV, is that violet? The violet? The prettiest purples. Interesting. Okay, those are the ones that are registered with the colour index, but there are even more unregistered. Is that right? In answer to Ali's comment. Okay, that includes Toxic Paris and Shell's Green, PG21. I have heard of PG10 Nickel Azo Green, which is light fast, but it was discontinued. Hang on, you know what? Is this like an Azo Green? An Azo Green? Like, that is like, you can't, in real life, you can see, so it's like a lime, like a lime colour, you know, lime green, but it's, yeah, green. Oh, G's for green. Oh, okay. All right, Paula, of course. Oh, okay. Okay. So the G50 and the violet and the PV, the violet, that makes a really, the prettiest purple. Interesting. Wow. Wow. Look, all right. I tell you what, I'm just going to let this go for the time being. I'm going to do some more offline, but you get the gist of the conversation today. Was all about pigments and colours and colour mixing. And we met some new friends today, which was PG Pigment Green. Gotcha. PG50 is Cobalt Turquoise Light. Wow. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Love it. Okay, and so these are the kinds of things that we do on Patreon, very surreal things, and you do get a choice. You know, you can always choose what you'd like to do, but yeah, if no one has nominated what they like to paint, I normally I've got a lot of projects ready to go. Rob says green. Okay, it's called Cobalt Green, but is labelled Pigment Green 50 PV19, is violet, but it's called Quin Rose. Ooh, quinacridone rose, yes. Okay, it's one of those pigments that can have a lot of hues. Wow, this is so good. I love these kind of conversations. Oh, we can talk about this we can continue the conversation on share your art with Xrissart. So for all of those who okay, thanks others for your thanks others. You're quicker than I am. Sorry, it's been a new passion. Oh look, it's a passion for us too. Don't you worry about that, Robin. Okay, PV19 comes in with 5 shades. Oh my gosh, we can go on forever, but I'll have to let this session go for today. But definitely. Thank you all for joining me and keeping each other company. And next week I'll have a new project to do for YouTube on Saturdays for me and Fridays for the Northern Hemisphere, afternoon and evening. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining. I appreciate your time and your company. My love and big hugs to you all. Okay, bye for now, everyone.